Alright, let's actually dive deeper and give you some exact example, right? So information return, for example, W2 and W-2G. Okay, so basically these two are W, so wages. Pretty easy for you to remember that. Of course, isn't fired by you, it's fired by someone else who paid you, who paid your wages or paid you whatever. If you're like a gamble, you pay all this money, pay through them, right? So basically, if you most of the time is W2, so your employer sends W2 to IRS showing your wages, and your bank sends 1099 if you got like wages stayed in the bank and the bank got interest 1099 and that's specific scenario for the interest for IRS, right? And so for example, we got like a PayPal, right? PayPal, Stripe and Wise and all that, consider anything connected to this financial platform, right? So they make 1099K if you got paid through them, even without through the bank. Still, the IRS going to got to know. And W2 wages tax statements, W2G, right? For gambling, right? Certain gambling winnings, you're going to get that as well. Okay, so for the forms, all this 1099, and yeah, that's include a lot of scenario. Yeah, I can like spend a whole day explaining this, but let's quickly go through this, right? So 1099B, right? That's when you say sell stock, right? Sell bonds, or even, you know what? Right now it's really hot. It's called crypto. Is still considered, right? You sell through a certain platform, right? So you go through a broker or barter exchange. So basically, barter exchange is like I sell one thing to you and you give something to me, right? It's a barter exchange. You still consider the form 1099B for broker, right? Yeah. And 1099 divs for dividends. This is the easy one, right? If you invest in certain stocks, you got a dividends. Well, that's 1099D. And as well as the int for interest, really easy one, interest income. Most of the time, if you open an account, a bank account, or like a CDs, you're going to get interest and interest income. You're going to go through the 1099 int. Okay, and here is the OID. That's a little bit hard for you to conceptualize, but I'm going to get this like easy one-word explanation. So for example, OID is for original issue discount. That means, for example, you invest in bonds, right? And basically all the bond interest is going to build into the price, because you know what, if you're holding a bond, you're going to get paid through the interest, right? And so you can buy a bonds like at a lower price, because that price is sort of considered interest, because you're going to get paid by that bond, right? So basically, it's kind of like you can treat bond. Well, I can spend a whole day explaining this. Basically, bonds is like when you're holding certificates, you get all series of cash flow, right? And what kind of price are you willing to pay for that cash flow? Okay, so yeah, they got all sort of calculations, and I previously built a software that can calculate that. So yeah, I'm really interested in this. But you know what? It's just to think that when you buy bonds, you get all sort of like the paid, maybe paid original, the paper price on that bond, as well as all the interest. All that is just series of cash flow that happen in the future. And then when you buy this, you most of the time you're going to buy discount, sometimes you're going to buy it in premium, but the OID is for bond interest built into the price. Okay? And all that, if you think about it, is a kind of like a financial about it, right? So 1099 is mainly through banks and brokers and all that, connecting with the financial side of the transaction. That's basically how I remember this, right? Sell stocks, dividends, interest, or original issue discount, basically bond interest built into price. Well, you get one, IRS already have one. Okay, so that's the 1099s